Before the break, we met Mikaela York, a grade 12 student and track athlete from North Battleford who's been unstoppable at local meets. This summer, she competed at the Junior Nationals in Winnipeg in the 3,000 and steeplechase events.
We kind of looked at it on the calendar way back in the winter and said, you know, we'd like to do that. Really, she didn't challenge to be in the top 8 or top 10, you know, in the 3,000, you know, so it was kind of as an experience for next year, because I think next year, I think that's where she wants to do. But it's also for exposure. She does want to go to university, and we're trying to keep all of our options open as to where she could go, and we know there are scholarships out there and available, so just want to expose her a little bit more. I think too what is important to realize is that she's never put in a full year of track training, which a lot of the people she's running against have done. She's been in basketball, and she you know, would run in the fall a little bit and then play basketball, and although the training crosses over a little bit, it's not the same as the runners who run year round. And you know, Mikaela suffered a real setback last year when she injured her knee.
I tore my ACL in basketball season in the first weekend of March last year, and then I was on crutches for weeks, and then they got my MRI, and they told me I needed surgery. So my surgery was the end of June, and so they reconstructed my ACL, and I wasn't allowed to run for 3 or 4 months. So this past year, actually, I had just started running like a few weeks before cross-country season started, and it still gives me a little bit of trouble, but did all my physio and I'm strong again, but it'll be something that'll bug me a little bit every now and then. It did scare me. It was a lot of, especially because I was missing a whole track season and so much, like I could see all my muscle leaving and not being able to do anything, and it was just, I knew like I had to work really hard to get it all back and do my physio. Like I was like, I can't slack off on my physio. I had to do it if I wanted to get back to running and being healthy again like I wanted to. So it was definitely a struggle to get through it, especially during summertime.
And so she missed, you know, the whole track season, and basically 6 months off her leg to be able to do anything. And so she just started to round into shape, I think, this spring, and we put in a pretty good amount of work this spring for her to run track. But I think if we do a whole year where we're training, and we're training specifically, we're going to see another jump ahead.
She's always been the type that once she decides she's going to do something, she'll just keep pushing hard to do it right as much as she possibly can, which I think she gets that from me sometimes, and sometimes it does make other people not like us as much because we can be perfectionists.
I don't know, like for a while it would be like when they line you up and they're like so-and-so wearing this number from this club, and then it's like Mikaela York so-and-so number unattached. Even just having like the moral support at meets, and having just always being with the same people, it almost turns into like a family for a lot of people, and yeah, I don't have that, so it's different, but a lot of time I also think that maybe I would just get sick of them. So maybe it's good that I do train by myself.
If she goes to university and she finds a good group there to compete with, you know, and to train with, is that her times and her success will bump up one another notch again.
I just think it's awesome. I think it's quite an accomplishment that we can move to this area. And I mean, this is an area of a lot of strong farm kids, but yet she's won first in all the district races. She didn't really come out and say that, but And last year, before her knee accident, you know, she did get 4th at provincials in cross country. And so hopefully as her knee continues to heal and get stronger, you know, maybe she'll do as well or better next year.
After the break, we go to Fiddle Heaven. Please stay with us.